Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys like this, pretty much what I did for my controller when I first got it. Showing it when I had to set it up. So just pretty much came to accessories, DualSense Edge. You have that new option there. Then to customize the profile, so I immediately went to go customize something for Apex. And what I did so far was just pretty much you can customize any button, but I immediately went to the two back buttons and set them as X and O, which is the X and O is jump and slide or crouch pretty much. So that was the first thing I did, was set those to crouch and slide. But pretty much you can set any button to anything you want. The PlayStation button, you can just turn that off and on. The left stick, you can click that in. What does that do for you? You can just turn it off and on if you want. That's kind of wild, but I wouldn't do that. Up and down, you can change any directional buttons to any button you want. Square, X, triangle, L3, like you change it to anything you want. That's pretty much like the gist of as far as customizing your buttons. And then the function button, you can put that to try it out in the game while you're while you're testing this out at the same time. But I mean, you can put anything off and on. You can disable it. You can put it to whatever other controller you want it to do. The second thing I did was change the sensitivity curve for my right stick. I changed that to precise. I'll show you some gameplay footage shortly of how I felt that did for me. I think it was a pretty good change. But what the precise is just a more of a precision aiming, I guess. Like it kind of slows it down, but not too much. But it does just add a little bit of a smoothness to it. But yeah, that's pretty much what I did for the start of Apex. As far as setting it up for Apex, you can rename it, you can copy it, you can share it, I guess, shit like that. But I just, I named this, went straight to Apex. And then you can also swap on the fly to whatever option you have. So you can swap it to the default profile, which is absolutely nothing, or you can swap it back to Apex, whatever profile you have it. And then you do that mid-game, while you're playing the game. It tells you at the top that you switched over to whatever profile it is. That's actually pretty fucking dope. So here are the options that you can change to. You got quick, which is like super fast to me. Precise, which is what I changed it over to before. Shooting fans, pretty much. Steady, which is to me is more of a smooth like movement. I wouldn't really do that. This right here, digital, is crazy. This shit is like instant. I can't really bang with that, but more of a fighting game thing. That's what it says it at the bottom. And dynamic, this is like, I mean, it moves the more you move it, I guess, to the middle of that, middle of the joystick. No, sorry, the more you move it to whatever side, the more it moves. I'm not really banging with that. It's more of like, something, I guess, type steady shit, but I'm not too sure on that. So I just left mine at default. But the dead zone adjustment, the more you move it more towards, the 100% range is, the more you move it towards that, the right side, gaining the percentage is the more amount of pressure you would have to put onto that side that you would want to move the controller to get, if you get what I'm saying. Like if I set mine all the way to 100%, it pretty much like would move. But if I set it to like 50%, I would have to move my controller pretty much damn near fully to the right or left, whatever you have it set to, in order for it to actually register that you want to do something. So that's why I was just like, I just leave mine at 0. I don't really like messing with the dead zone too much. The trigger, which is definitely dope to me, you can input how hard you want to press on the trigger to actually input that control. The left one is I'm pressing on that pretty hard. The right one, I already set it to, I have it set to the bottom pressure, so I don't have to go too hard on it. I just have to press it maybe midway and it'll go damn near to 100%. Actually, I might just change that while I'm here. I might just change that to maybe about like 60, 65. Yeah, I'll go to like 60, yeah. So it's like halfway pretty much. So I'm damn near pressing my controller physically almost halfway already, and it's still doing almost half the amount of the input. So I'm pretty much good with that. That's almost like a hairpin trigger, pretty much. So I think I'll leave it at that. I think that'll be pretty good for shooting game like Apex Legends, Call of Duty, anything like that. And that's pretty much all I've done so far to the controls of Apex Legends. And that's it, man, so far. And then here's some gameplay footage that I had from Apex that I was this being pretty much me using the setup that I had prior to setting it to 60% with the precision trigger, but this is me. So yeah, that aiming right there felt super smooth. Precision was crazy right there. Clamped them up. Still shooting at him through the. I was shooting at him through the. I mean, as you can see, I was shooting at him through the wall right there. But the precision that I had, I feel like it was pretty good on that one. It's kind of steady. I wasn't too janky. Normally, I feel like I would be a little janky right there, but I kind of wasn't. And then me using I was actually right there. I was actually using the paddles in the back to jump up and down. And then just right here, I felt like precision was crazy. Precision was crazy right there. I'm take a look at that again, bro. Precision was crazy right there. Like, I hit him up. My boy had no options. No options to do anything, bro. Precision was pretty crazy for sure. And then for right here, I was going against another Ash player, but that aiming right there was like kind of crazy. Let me take a look at that again. But it was, I don't know, I really just felt precise on that shot. My aiming didn't really divulge too much. I mean, I don't know, it kind of just looked like I aimed straight down the middle, but I really didn't. Like, I was using my right analog stick, but it really just didn't like go crazy when I was just trying to move. You know what I mean? So I hit him up crazy, 134 damage. Like, that was damage, bro. He got hit up crazy right there. Just to take a look at the paddles in use, I guess. This is me just using the slide jump. So as you can see right there, I slid jumped over it. Almost got hit up pretty crazy, but came through with the finish on that one. It took me a while to get used to it. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, but it does take a little used to get a little time to get used to actually having used the back paddles instead of having to press the X and O physically with your thumb. But yeah, it does take a little while to me to get used to using my middle fingers to trying to slide jump or jump slide, whatever you want to call it. And then for this shot right here, I had a flatline. To me, the flatline is like one of my worst guns. Like, I really do not like using the flatline. I only use it really if there's no other heavy gun around, or that's the only heavy gun I have, at the time of using it. I'd rather use a hemlock or even a car, preferably the hemlock. But this flatline right here, like, it was I kind of had some good shots on it, man. I didn't down the dude, and I kind of hit it with most of my shots, but I felt like I had pretty good control over that, so that was why I wanted to include that in the shot. And this guy right here, the Lord be with him, but I feel like if I didn't have the precision on, and if I didn't have the trigger, as far as like me using like a slightly less resistance to use the trigger, he probably would have killed me, because I got the shots off first and my aim wasn't too crazy. I kind of do already have good hip fire aim already, but I felt like the advantage of me winning that fight right there. And I got out of that smooth, boy, and I got straight up out of there. Alright, there, so yeah, you have it, man. I just wanted to give y'all my quick review on the performance that I had with my DualSense Edge controller, man. As far as like the stuff that I have done to it, as far as the inputs, the button curve, not the button curve, but the stick curve, the stick drift and everything like that. The precision, as far as like me having to push down that button, like, you can still see, like, I don't have to push it down by too much. It's still at that almost halfway mark. So that's how I like it, man. It feels good. Like I said before, it feels great. It feels good. Works good. The functionality is great. I'm loving the 2 back buttons. They work for me pretty much good. The functionality and everything of it, the weight, everything feels good about it, man. Love the new DualSense controller. Definitely would recommend it for $200. I don't know. That's up to you if you want to do it or not. To me, I had it pre-ordered since like October, so I already knew once I seen it, I'm confident. So that was on me. And on y'all, if y'all want to do it, that's up to y'all, B. But for me, like it a lot. It's definitely a good controller. As y'all can see from what I haven't really done too much tweaking to it. I've done just the trigger and a little bit to my right analog as far as like the drift of it. But I haven't really done anything too crazy. I've done the back buttons here and there, but everybody gonna do that. So I definitely got some more tuning to do. But I just wanted to give, like I said, I wanted to give y'all a quick review on the controller, and hope y'all appreciate it, man. Alright, so DualSense controller, me, I recommend it. It's up to you, like I said, if you want to get it or not. Alright, but it's your boy Ocho, man. I'm out of here. Appreciate for y'all tuning in. I'm hoping y'all like the content, so more can come. Alright, if you want to support the channel, of course, cleanfit-apparel.com. Holla at your boy. I'm out of here, boy. Alright, Ocho B. Yeah.